To get mean. I'm really inspired by people who make the effort to live sustainably. We don't do enough. I don't do enough at all. My mum hoards things. And in the beginning, or up until now, I've been a kind of like victim about it or just really annoyed about it. But, you know, everything happens for a reason, and this is probably the reason. Just sticking them in the water, in the glue, and then hanging them there. And then I can take the whole box when I'm ready and bring it over. The message behind it is to make the effort to recycle, renew, reuse, and be sustainable, because this planet is a beautiful, wonderful place for us to live, and we are guardians of it. And unfortunately, we have been really, really, let's say, unmindful about the planet and how we live on it. And people are constantly, with the help, of course, of media and promotions and let's say the higher powers in charge on this earth, have become real consumers. DIY wood stain. That's turmeric, that's soy sauce, that's coffee, saffron for the red, and hot chocolate. And these are all things you can find in your house that when you're being nice and healthy, you're not eating anymore. Who wants to stain themselves with coffee? If something's dirty or creased or slight crack, they just don't reuse it. I have bright ideas, but this bright idea is not so bright because the carbon, once it dries, just comes off. But I don't think that's going to be a problem actually once the resin's applied. So I'm going to do my final coat now. It might be an idea to dry brush this in, to be honest. Oh, what a lovely day. Ah, look at the sun, it's amazing. Right, this is our palette, and I think that is exactly what I want. I'm going to give it a varnish now, but it's really nice. You can't see because it's bright, but it's just such a nice tone. And to think, guys, we did that with chocolate Milo and carbon, activated carbon, which is basically charcoal. In the beginning, you think it's not going to work, but actually it just takes some time, like with everything in life. We had these from an old bed. We took these off with a bit of hard work. How? It's getting easier and easier now. Things are getting cheaper and cheaper. Things are being made in China. As you saw in my video in Thailand, part 1, my aunt was saying that we buy the lace t-shirts because they're cheap from China, and that's why we have them in Thailand. We're using these tiny little screws. 这个可以吗？不可以。谢谢你呀。Box all done. Just need a handle. Put that up there for the cups or for the plates. Look at this cuteness thing over here. Made that by sticking 2 bits of wood with no nails. Screwdriver. And we've got some old hinges from, I think it was a window. Oh, sorry, what's that thing that goes in front of a window? 今天我去山寨。你现在去买？现在去买 OK， 我就可以走过来。Okay. This is 35 quid on your trade discount from B&Q. We're going to make the thing across the top. That handrail is going all across the top, but it's going to go all above here too. So I'm going to have to get more of these in B&Q. Hopefully they look the same, and then cut them into thirds and stick them all along there. Much to Mummy's dismay, those green things are part of a table that I think is gross, and well, we never use it, and I don't think we will. So they're the legs, and then they are 2 existing poles. They're quite old. You couldn't get anything that looks similar in B&Q, so these are quite outdated, but I like them. This is how you gotta get down and dirty. Stroking those banisters. We've gone through some of these books, and my dad thinks they might be worth something, so if anyone out there can understand that in German and thinks it's an incredible book, please contact me. What I've done is I've taken the book and I'm cutting off the side. Done it on there. And peeling that off. That could be used for decoupage. I've also used some for bookshelves, as you've seen. Don't know if it's going to work. It would have been nicer to just take the books and cut them like that, so you would have just seen the whole book, but I don't have the space at the moment, so gotta make do with this. I think the term is the headspace, because that takes ages and I have not finished this place yet. It's all hit and miss, and at least you're trying to recycle and be environmentally friendly, because you could just go out, right, and buy a coffee table from IKEA or from whatever, and you know, you could basically get a cheap one and just put it in the house, but you're going to get bored of it and then you're going to replace it, and these things are designed to break. I've just taken a crate, detached all of the panels with a hammer and the builder's help. I put hot chocolate, so an old hot chocolate box that we found in the house that nobody drinks anymore, just mixed up the cacao with water and some activated charcoal to give it the black. And I've pulled these parts apart, which were the bits in between the pallets, and I've looked at the holes, and that actually fits through it. It's just some old pole. So I'm just going to use that so that I can put the pole on and hang the clothes. It's a world that's like cultivating us to be dissatisfied with everything we do. We're just not grateful, right, for being here, being alive, being in the now. We're just not taught that. There's nothing to be grateful for when you could, you know, get that car or get that latest table or get whatever it is, you know, get your eyelashes done a certain way or get your perm done. I mean, you know, if you haven't got it, why should you be grateful? So that's the problem, and that's what you can be proud about doing when you're being sustainable, because you're seeing life differently, right? And you are being grateful for everything you've got and making the best out of it. And that's a very admirable attitude to have. So if you're being trampy like me, you should feel good about that, because that's actually the way that you're helping save the planet. Right,